guys. All right, in this video I want to talk a little bit about how creating our own reality, there may be some truth to that. Okay, now I know some of you guys are familiar with the parallel universe theory, and you know how we may actually, there may actually, you know, be an exact same Earth as the one we're living on, but there's certain things that are different about it, you know, and we may have another version of us, you know, living on that Earth, and you know, they live a different lifestyle. You know, they may have a different journey, you know, different life experience. So I'm thinking about this as far as targeted individuals go. Let's just say that in this dimension that we're living on, it's demonic. It's ran by a demonic matrix. And if there's a parallel universe to this one, maybe there's another, okay, say Earth, so to speak, a parallel Earth to this one, and that is the actual Earth where we experience, you know, the life that we were supposed to experience, you know, with love, peace, and unity. And somehow we were born into this demonic dimension, and we're being targeted in order to harvest our soul energy. And in order, I'm gonna try to articulate this, you know, we're being harvested by these demonic entities on this Earth in order to harvest our soul's energy. But there's been a great awakening on this Earth about, you know, this type of activity going on, you know, how it's being ran by demonic entities. And actually, once we raise our vibration and we stop focusing on the anchors of gang stalking and stop focusing on the corrupt government and these demonic entities that are the overlords, then we begin to ascend to hold on. We begin to ascend to that parallel Earth, that other dimension, that higher dimension that we were originally supposed to be on anyway in the first place. Now, like I said, this is just my theory. I'm just trying to connect the dots, so you guys try to help me out if you can. So let's say once we start to raise our consciousness, and you know, to the fact that our vibration, the more we raise our vibration, the more we change our life experience for the better. And what's actually happening is we're actually ascending to that higher dimension of the real world, you know, of the world for us, for real souled humans. Just like, okay, for instance, and we can go back and forth from the original Earth through that dimension by raising our vibration, and we can come back into this dimension, the demonic dimension, by lowering our vibration, because we're interdimensional beings. Okay, so if any of you guys seen the first Matrix, do you remember when Neo, he was still in the Matrix, the demonic Matrix, the control system, and then when Morpheus gave him the red pill, you know, let's just say that red pill actually raised Neo's vibration, you know, and he was able to, you know, escape. He was able to go because once he got out of the Matrix, Morpheus told him he was in the actual real world, you know, that the sky was scorched, you know, from a war, you know, with man and the machines and whatnot. But my point is, Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, all them, they had the ability to go back into the Matrix, that demonic the control system, you know, by being hooked up, you know, to the computer. And so that's all symbolic. But that goes back to what I was saying. Since we're interdimensional beings, maybe we have the ability, I don't say maybe, I know we have the ability because I've experienced it, to where when I only focus on the positive things in life, then say for instance, okay, I'm subscribed to certain people on YouTube that have a higher consciousness, and they talk about higher consciousness topics, you know, and healing, uplifting. And whenever I'm on that same vibration and I'm resonating with that information, and I'm only focusing on that in my life, I begin to receive notifications from these individuals. You know, I'm getting these notifications. But then when I start delving into like the Illuminati and trying to gain more information, you know, and trying to put the pieces together about, you know, the soulless individuals and organic portals and all that, then I don't get these notifications. I don't get any of the notifications. But as soon as I raise my consciousness again and I begin to, I won't say not my consciousness, but my vibration, then I begin to receive those notifications from the people that resonate on the high vibration about, you know, positive information. So that ties into timelines, being on a certain timeline with individuals, you know, because if these individuals are only focusing on positive things, then, and that's another dimension. You know, we're dealing with dimensions. So if they're only focusing on positive things in life, you know, upliftment and healing, you know, becoming a better person and ascending, then they will keep going up in dimensions and having a different reality, opposed to those that are still ego-based, that are still materialistic, that are still dealing with you know, shame and guilt and any lower vibratory energies and thought forms. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I believe is going on, because like I said, like once I'm only focusing on the positive aspects of life, my reality begins to change. But the reason why my reality is beginning to change is because I'm actually ascending to another dimension, another reality. But as soon as I go back to focusing on, you know, dark information or whatnot, you know, then that's when I descend and come back down to the demonic realm. You see what I'm saying? So I believe I'm on to something, you know. I truly do, because there's been days where, and you know, you can raise your vibration instantly. Like you can have a bad day and everything around you, like the sky's dark, you know what I'm saying? You know, the sky just looks bleak, you know, just the day just seems, you know, like muggy and just you're unmotivated. But as soon as you raise your vibration, like me, as soon as I raise my vibration by focusing on the positive things, you know, getting out in nature and you know, raising my vibration, then the sky actually begins to like brighten up, like right before my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like everything changes. Like, so And I believe that there's certain agents out here that try to keep you on this demonic dimension by anchoring you, and that's the game stalkers, these demons, so they can continue to siphon your energy, your life force energy. So just like in the movie The Matrix, when the agent came to Neo, and set him down in the interrogation room and told him, yeah, we see that you're a hacker, you know what I'm saying, you're one of the top hackers, and we just need you to stop, you know what I'm saying, you got a choice, you could stop, or we're gonna it's gonna get bad for you, basically. So basically what they were saying to Neo is, don't continue to raise your consciousness, stop searching for the truth, don't try to evolve, and right after that, like when they put the bug in Neo's stomach, I think that represented some type of parasite. Like they say we all have parasites within us or whatnot, and then they also call them archons. So I don't know if there's any truth to that, but just say it was that parasite that they put in Neo's stomach. When Trinity sucked it out of him, it was an actual transmitter, for his location where he was at. And I've also heard, so for instance, say that it was a parasite, we do have parasites in us, and those parasites, say they have a certain amount of intelligence, they're actually conscious, they just don't feed on us, but they're actually conscious. Let's say that everybody on the earth had parasites, and those parasites were able to communicate with each other, between each other, and maybe that's the reason why it seems like these game stalkers can read our minds. These demonic entities can read our minds, because maybe it's the actual parasites within us that are communicating with each other. Like say for instance, a parasite was in me and I had a certain thought form, or that parasite actually projected a certain thought into my mind, and then if I accepted that thought, the parasite would be aware of that, and it would send a message to the parasite in another person around me to execute that thought form is sent to me in order to siphon energy from me from a negative experience. Like I said, this is all theory, but I still feel like I'm on to something. Like I feel like I'm getting closer to the truth, and that's why I'm making these videos, because you guys' feedback really helps a lot, because we were meant to do this together. We were meant, just like Mother Nature and the animals, in the universe, all work together. That's the natural order. I believe that's how we're going to actually, ascend, and defeat this beast, is by working together. So, I appreciate all you guys, comments and positive feedback on all my videos, and just try to help me out with this one too. All right, so I'm gonna head into the store real quick, but yeah. All right, love you guys. Peace.